welcome to another episode of the Cat Lady channel. That's CATT, which stands for Craft All the Things. I am Andrea, and this is a fiber channel that focuses on yarn-related crafts such as knitting, crochet, sometimes spinning. I have some circular knitting machines and AliExpress. I have a circular sock machine. I have a sewing machine. I have all the machines. I have a Cricut machine. So I like to dabble in all the crafts. So if you are new, thank you for checking me out. I hope you like what you see. Please like and subscribe and share, etc., etc. I will be having a 2,000 subscriber giveaway soon, so stay tuned for that. If I didn't say it, my name is Andrea. I live in Michigan with my husband, 2 kids, and 2 cats. And they are newer cats. We got them this summer, and they are 6 months old now, so they are still babies. So you will see them around here and there. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me as the Cat Lady on Instagram. I now have a Blue Sky. I have a TikTok. The TikTok is _cat, CATT _lady, because I lost my original TikTok. And I have a Facebook group, and I have all the things that I don't know how to juggle all these. And then I try to do the YouTube shorts and etc., etc. So it's fine. So anyways, I record snippets throughout the week and then post on Fridays. So it is currently Monday, and I had a craft-filled weekend, sort of. I did a lot, I think. So I didn't do everything I was planning on doing, but I did a lot. So first things first, I have this. This is the flower pot coaster set by thecattlady, and everything I talk about will be linked down below. And I talked about this last week that I wanted to make this as a gift for someone. And I decided to go with a Christmas theme. I didn't get any feedback on what the preference was, because it was either this or it was going to be this color, this is my set that I have downstairs. Now, the one thing I determined is I used Lily Sugar and Cream cotton, and it's a very sturdy cotton. So this is a lot bigger. I mean, it's not a ton bigger, but it's bigger. So this came out bigger. I had to make the pot bigger. It was a little bit of a challenge because it's just thicker. So in this one, I used a different center yarn. So the center yarn is very kind of soft and pliable. And the coaster is just in generally smaller. And then the Lily Sugar and Cream cotton is the end. But it folds back up nicely and squeezes in here. So I could not do that as well. So this one, that they fold in as little wedges. This one, I couldn't do that. And I really don't want to take it out because then I'll have to put it back. This one is layered. Okay, I can take the top one off. So I layered them in like that. And then you stick the top one in. So, and the pot is wider. And I think it's adorable. I really like it. I think they'll like it. And again, since it's the holidays, I thought maybe holiday themed would be cute. So that is what I got. So I'll show you one. So it's the red center. So it's a nice, sturdy, large coaster. So, I mean, that could fit a nice large coffee mug or anything. And these actually work pretty well. I use one of these over here. I have one in my bedroom too. If you leave something too long, it can eventually start to get damp on the bottom, but I haven't had it ruin any surfaces yet. So, but just a warning to keep an eye on things. So this, then you just fold up into a little wedge and tuck in the middle. So that fills out the top. So there's that. So I think, for durability purposes, I think this is going to be better. But I do like it that it's a little daintier on that one, but that's that. So I did not get to any cranking stuff because I didn't get a chance to disassemble my machine until today. So last week I talked about disassembling my AliExpress king size because it was clunky. I had a little video of the way it sounds. I disassembled it today and I took a recording of the whole process. So I will be posting that. It should be posted by the time this video is posted. So look for that. And I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I don't know if I feel like it's better. It sounds a little bit better. It still has those kind of knocking here and there, but the yarn I put through is not being difficult, and I feel like it feels better. And in general, I still feel like it sounds a little better. So it still works. That is the biggest win. I took the whole thing apart. I washed it. I greased it. put it back together, and it works. And it works better than it did before. For how long, I don't know. So like, is this a short-term thing? I'm not sure. So stay tuned for updates on that. If you're interested, I mentioned this in the video, watching the small machine be disassembled, let me know. Yeah, I was going to say, like, am I going to do it this week? Probably not. I'll do it next week. So I'll wait till this video posts. I'll post the other video. If you're interested in seeing the 22 needle be disassembled, it is literally the same process, but it's a smaller machine and it's different, but it's the same. But I will also record that if you're interested. So just putting that out there. In other news, I started the Snood 2D turtleneck cowl thingy majigger. I am 95% satisfied with it. I need to Google it. Like, is there a way to undo the chain, the beginning chain, and like, it's tight. Now, it goes over my head, but I have to take off my glasses. And it's supposed to be snug because it's supposed to be like this turtleneck. And then it has a hood. So I'll show you what I have so far. But it's like, it's snug. Okay, maybe it's too snug. Wow, it's like more snug now that I have the hood attached. Okay, so this is not, yeah, for some reason, before I had the hood on there, it felt like it was fine. Now it feels like it's choking me. So, let's see. See, now it feels too tight. And what's going to happen is it's going to flip up like this. So maybe that'll be better. Okay, so this part's going to be here, and this is going to be a hood that comes up and around. This is what's going to be. So this is, we're at, we just have a weird collar right now. I don't know. I spent a lot of time on this. So I don't want to undo it necessarily, but like, is it going to be comfortable? Because I mean, it's comfortable here because now that it's folded over, it's wide enough, and this is fine. And you can pull it up. If I'm going out for a walk in the cold, you can pull it up. It's okay. But I should have done a foundation double crochet. Again, it's not terrible though, but it is a little bit snug. Now, if I steam it, wash it, is it going to loosen up a little bit? I always say that. I mean, it's not terrible though, now that I've got it finagled, but it's very warm. I'm super hot now, which is the point of it. It's supposed to be like really warm. So this hood will build up and come over. So I don't know. I'm second guessing myself a little bit now. So let's see if I can take it off. See, but I gotta take off my glasses to take it off. So what would I do differently? Possibly, I mean, you just make it a few stitches bigger, but yeah, I don't want it too big. Use a bigger hook maybe, because it is kind of dense. I use the hook size she recommended, and I'm getting there's no official gauge because it's a video, but I did the 20 rows she said, and at 20 rows was 8 inches. So I'm getting the gauge she's using because she did 20 rows and it was 8 inches. I did 20 rows and it's 8 inches. Or did I? Did I do more than 20 rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I did 28 rows. Okay, so my gauge is completely off from her. So apparently hers might be a little wider because she got 20 rows, 8 inches, 20 rows. I got 28 rows for 8 inches. So that could be a problem. So I should step up a needle. I don't know. I don't want to redo it. I just don't want to take it apart. But I should, because I'm never going to wear it if it's not comfortable. So this might have to go in the timeout corner. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I hate when that happens. I did make a mistake here, so that's there. So, I mean, that's like, is it the end of the world if I rip it? It's just, it's this ribbing, which looks really cool, but it takes forever because you're doing the front post, back post, and reversing. And that's kind of annoying. But it was only 28 rows, but I feel like it took me hours to do this. And then I started the hood. So I started the hood with a bigger needle. And actually this feels like a better drape. Like, so I should have done the whole thing in the bigger needle, or even I don't know if this should go up in another needle size or not. I like the drape of this. but maybe this should have been done in that, and maybe it would have got the gauge and been a little looser. It would have been a little wider. Should have done it. Okay, I'm taking it out. Okay, I'm taking it out. Also in the pattern, this was the beginning. Where's the beginning? This is the beginning. It's a little bit wider right there. And this was the beginning. And you were supposed to just keep going with the hood starting from there, but then this would be right in the front. And that's, to me, that bothers me. I like this side better. It's nice and even. And then you have come to the, because you come to the end and it's like a little bit bigger. So I cut the yarn. So there's going to be that. And recast on the opposite side instead of just continuing on. So then, because then you go back and forth with the hood and then it seams down the top. And yeah, I'm probably not gonna get gauged with the hood either, because she says do 16 rows, and I'm already at 2, 4, 6. I'm already at 8. So there's no way. There's no way 16 rows is gonna give me a full hood. That's gonna be this big. That ain't gonna do nothing. So something's not right. So I'm gonna take it apart. I'm gonna frog it. Still hate doing that, but it's not comfortable, and this is gonna drive me crazy because it's just tight. So I need to do a foundation double to start, or I need to find another pattern. I don't know. So that's disappointing. Might need to find something else to do with this yarn. So so that is all I worked on this weekend, and then today I spent the day disassembling my machine, and now I'm having a midlife crisis with my hooded cowl. So that's it for today. I will keep you posted on the machine, because I plan on making my other leg warmer. So we'll see how that cranks out, because this yarn had given me a little bit of problems too. So we'll see if I can crank out a second leg warmer without any issues, and then crank out the bow. I might wait on the bow until I disassemble the machine, so the bow might come last. So that's it. So I will see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it's Thursday, so I'm here with an update. So I finished my hat, and I forgot to tell you the story of this hat. If you follow me on some of my socials, you will have seen some things that have gone on with this hat. So first things first, it was in the bag, and it was in this bag. My bag was probably like half closed, at least, so like this, but the bag was on the floor. Calvin, I'm like 99% sure it was Calvin. I did not see, but I'm 99% sure it was Calvin. Reached into the bag, pulled out the whole thing, hat, yarn, everything. It was all attached, and drug it into the hallway. I didn't even notice it in the hallway. I walked in my room, I'm like, oh no, and I saw all the yarn everywhere, and Emily's like, is this supposed to be here? And I'm out in the hallway, and this is laying on the floor with the needles in it. Thankfully, I had these little stitch stoppers on there. So where are they? I think they're still in here. I had these little stoppers on the needles, so they just stick over the top. So the project stayed on the yarn. However, he did chew through the yarn. And then stupidly, I don't know why, I made a magic knot. I can tell you where it is. Yeah, I made a magic knot to attach the yarn, and of course it like slightly popped through. This is how close I was to the end too. So I was like so close. So there's a little knot there, but again, that's the side that's going to go inside. I just hope it doesn't come out. It shouldn't, but magic knot, it works way better with crochet. It kind of hides in better. It does not work well with knitting, especially stockinette. It's just, I don't know what I was thinking. So, and then, so there was that, I had to attach that part, and then I had to attach another part. So there were 2 cuts. So I attached that part with a magic knot. I used up the yarn, and then I added in the last bit of yarn. And then I'm pretty sure I secured it. I think I secured it just fine inside here, but I finished the hat, and then I'm like, oh, I can't go back in and check my knot because it's, you end of 6 stitches. It's like too small, and I had already pulled it. It's like, oopsie. So hopefully my knot is secured in there. I'm pretty sure it is now that it's been blocked and stuff. it's not noticeable where it is. It's somewhere in near this top part too. So yeah, lots of dumb mistakes there, but that's going to go inside. But the hat is done. This is the Vegabond hat. Yeah, I never had the pattern written, or it's linked on my Ravelry, so I don't remember who it's by, but it's a free pattern. It's kind of based off that whole muscle burl trend with, not trend, but pattern. That's the popular one with the 2 hats that go inside. So you make this big weird tube, but this one is unique because you pretty much just make a hat. So you cast on here, make a hat, and then you pick up the stitches at this little seam and make another hat. So both hats are identical, or both sides are identical, because like with muscle burl, you like start with a pinhole, cast on, work your way down, and then decrease. And my cat's gonna eat yarn over there. Stop it, please. I have an I-cord sitting over there. Anyways, and then there's other versions where you do a provisional cast on, which, okay, so the only one part that's a little funky is like starting point. Like I probably could have figured that out better, but overall I like it, and I don't mind the little ridge, and actually it makes it so I made sure the rows were identical, and you know exactly where to fold it because you got this nice little edge here. I tried to make it a little more slouchy, but it is trouble. It is not as slouchy as I would like, so I shouldn't have ripped back. So I made so many rows and then I ripped them out because I thought it was going to be too big. But once you like get it inside itself, it kind of, you know, it snugs it up a little bit. So, but I mean, it's yeah, I wish it was just a hair slouchier, but I mean, it's okay. But I would maybe make it like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 more rows. So like, not that many. So, but it's nice and warm. And I like it. I really like it. Actually, I really want to make another one. I want to make maybe a 2-colored one, because that was the original pattern. Is you're supposed to cast on with a color and then work the opposite color and then come back with the original color because it makes it easier to pick up the stitches. This yarn is Manos del Uruguay Alegria in the Rambla Sur color. Again, everything is on Ravelry. I will post the pattern. Everything's on my Ravelry, but I will post the direct link to the pattern. If you can't use Ravelry and you are interested in patterns, just let me know and I can see if there's another way around it. Why do I let my cats in here? So anyways, so that's done. I'm going to wear that today. So I'm excited. I ripped out the cowl hat, or hooded cowl snood thing. Like I said I was going to. Right after I turned off the camera, I ripped it out. And I started something else. So it's another hooded cowl, but it is and I already screwed this one up too, but I think it's gonna be fine. It is gonna be fine. I just need to potentially do some math on the hood part. So I'm not getting gauged. So this is coming out smaller than it's supposed to, but honestly, I am kind of happy that it's smaller. So this is the cowl part. It's supposed to be wider. It's supposed to like kind of go further, but actually I like this a little more enclosed. It's supposed to be about 10 inches tall, I believe. So I'm still working on, this is the number of rounds it should be according to the pattern, but I'm not getting gauged. So I need to make it a little taller, and then you work the hood. Now the hood, she has some decreases in the hood, but I don't think I'm going to need the decreases at all. If anything, the hood I was working on with the cowl had increases to make it deeper. So I almost wonder if I'm going to have to make a couple increases. So that's the part that's going to get tricky. So do I just start it without anything and see how we're looking, or do I just add a couple increase? I probably need increases. I don't know. So I'm playing around with that idea still. Oh, actually, so what the pattern I was originally doing was doing increases, and then you fold it over. Did you fold over? Yeah, then you folded it back. That's why. But this one, you add on a border and then have to fold it back and sew it down to put in a drawstring. So I wonder if I just do, I mean, the fact that it's a granny stitch and you did a solid border and folded it over. So I'll probably just still do that. So that's what's gonna, yeah, so I think I'm just gonna keep it straight up, add the border, and I can add the border thicker if I need to, if I feel like it needs to be. bigger, but I don't know. This is and then you have a drawstring with little pom-poms at the end. I just think it's cute. It's called Through the River. I don't even remember. I will link it down below once again. And it's the original cowl is like 3 colors. I'm just doing the 1 color because I'm using the big twist yarn. Tweed. What is it? It's white tweed. So I have 2 skeins of that. So I had broken the yarn in the original pattern because I had done the cowl and then I cast on, or I picked up at a different spot to do the hood. So I'm trying to remember if I used the smaller one first or the bigger one. I don't remember. So, but I just ended that part. So now I will not magic knot. I'm just going to work it in. So I'm just about there. So I'm going to do a few more rows of the cowl part. I mean, this is a cute cowl as is. And then, so I didn't get gauged, but again, I'm happy with that because like the holes are very small. So you like almost can't really tell it's granny stitch. So I like that because I don't want it super like airy. Because it's supposed to be warm. And that's why I like it a little bit snugger. So it's not super, like, it's not like choking me like the original pattern I was doing. But yeah, why can I not get gauged with either of them? I obviously crochet tighter than average. So I need to keep that in mind. So anytime they call for an H, I should go up in worsted weight. I don't know. So yeah, that's that. So, and, oh, continue. I never finished the hat story. So the hat was done, sitting on the table, blocking. The yarn was next to it. Where did it go? I rewound it. Oh, the yarn was sitting next to it. I walk in, it's all over the floor. It's tangled all across my little phone holder thing. It's like in the corner, like, and Emily once again walked in the room. She's like, "Oh, Ma, something's wrong." Oh my God. Luckily my hat was fine. Didn't touch that. Broke the yarn again though. So there were 2 chunks that were like cut off. So and there was another spot that was frayed that I broke. So there is now a knot in this little ball. So, which is fine. This will be used for scrappy projects or my blanket or whatever. So yeah, that was part 2 of the hat. So and then part 3 of the saga with this dang bag. I had this sitting in the bag on the stair, and I just came home and I just sat on the stairs. Just came home from piano, and again, it was like closed. It was like practically closed. I mean, it was maybe open a little bit, but I closed it. I sat on the stairs. He pulled it out. He pulled it out and he snagged it. He didn't rip it anywhere, but there's two like snags kind of on the inside here that I'm just going to keep on the inside. I tried to kind of flatten them out and kind of judge the yarn around so you can't really see them anymore. So I think I did a good job, but a little sucker. So anyway, so that was that. So I need to make sure I leave my door closed. I thought for the most part they mess with things when I'm working on it because the yarn's moving, so it's like a toy. I didn't think they would like mess with the yarn when it's just sitting on the table. I was wrong. I didn't think he would dig into my bag and pull it out. I've now learned my lesson to not leave my project bags unattended, not put them on the floor, not put them anywhere. Make sure my room is closed because I mean they like it in here. There's a nice window and they're both in here now, sleeping. So whenever I'm in here, they're allowed in here. But when I'm not in here, they are not allowed in here. So that is that. So it's Thursday. I'm debating if I should record again tomorrow. I might. So I might get some more things done today. So I will plan on popping back in for a wrap up tomorrow, and we'll see what I get done today and tomorrow morning, and then we'll call it a week. So I will be back in the next clip. Hey guys, happy Friday. It is Friday and I'm going to wrap it up. Boy, it has been so dark and gloomy all week and it's so depressing. I hate it. It snowed a little yesterday. Just a flurry, which I mean, it's that time of year it's supposed to, but like, just so gross. It's not like pretty. It wasn't like pretty snow. It wasn't like a nice glittering sunny day after a evening snow. It was just bleh. And it's just been dark all day and it just makes me feel just bleh. So My little Hobbsies just walked in and plopped in a little box right next to me. I specifically have this box here for him to lay in, so that was cute. Anyways, I reblocked the hat. I feel like it's a little more slouchier. It's still actually a little damp. I put it inside itself, stretched it out, laid it out, and you gonna come up here? Is you gonna come up here? Got another visitor. Come here. Come here. You wanna come up here? There he goes. So here we go. There's my baby. Anyways, what was I saying? So I feel like it's a little better because I just kept pulling at it and it was like I kept feeling like it was a little too tight. So now I blocked it inside itself, squished it around and smooshed it around, and yeah, I feel like it's better. And like I said, it's still just a tad damp, but I'm just going to keep it on my head because I feel like that'll keep the shape a little better, and you go with it. So oh, that was short-lived. In other news, I've been working on this guy, and I'm in the middle of a stitch, which is weird for crochet because I'm stuck in there. Anyways, I've started the hood portion. So I have the cowl part done. I did some math just to kind of make sure it's narrower than the pattern because my gauge was weird. So I had to add more rows to get it to be the length it needs to be. I'm fine that it's a smaller width because it's a little more cozy. Now in her pattern, she decreases for the hood because the width is so wide. So she makes a couple decrease rows to make the hood a little bit narrower, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm just gonna keep the hood, where are we at the same size of the pattern and see where we're at. So it's just gonna keep going and then I'm gonna seam it. I'm hoping that's not gonna be an issue. I don't think it will be. I'm gonna take this off for a moment. So put this on. So I like this. This is nice. I feel like this is perfect for the cowl portion. And essentially it's just gonna come up as a hood. I almost feel like, it's gonna be taller. So it's gonna be taller. So I think this is gonna be perfect for a hood shape. For the width of the hood. So the hood will be here. I think. I don't know. Like it doesn't need to be smaller. I'm worried it needs to be bigger. So I feel like I probably need to do more calculations to see how wide her decreases, like how wide it ends up being and then how wide I am. Like she ends up a smaller amount of stitches than I have here. So I feel like it's gonna even out, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. I feel like, I don't know. I'm building this, it's like gonna be open here and I'm building it up. It should be fine because it's just gonna seam it. So it depends on how tall I make it. And it's just gonna like whoop and then sit on top of my head. So yeah, it's just gonna be fine. Yeah, so this is the width it's gonna be. And then it's just gonna keep going up and I'm gonna seam it. So it's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna add a small border and I can make that border bigger if I feel like it needs to have more depth. Then you fold it over and then you put a drawstring through it. So I think it's gonna be fine. Famous last words because I'm not the best at adapting patterns. And I should have checked my gauge. I should have went up a needle or a hook, but I didn't. So, but on it, it's cute as a cowl right now, honestly. So, worst case scenario, I'll rip it back to the cowl and put in a drawstring for that and like make it a little cowl with the pom-poms coming down. I don't know. I did not work on my machine. Didn't do anything on my machine. So I don't have anything else to show. I do want to work on that this weekend though. So I still need to play around with the leg warmer. I really like the idea of the leg warmer. I want it to be able to cinch in because I got skinny legs and I want it to be something like if I end up sharing what I did, which wasn't anything, that's adaptable to other people. So like you make the leg warmer, you can cinch it in if you need to, and it's got plenty of give. It can fit a wide variety of sized legs, but I have a weird chicken leg, so it stays up, but I feel like as the day would progress, it would probably fall down. So, and I know, I'll corset like back sounds fun. Now I'm thinking it might be, instead of doing the I-cord corset type thing, it might be just easier to put a ribbon in, and it's going to be easier to thread it through the pattern or the yarn, like, because you have to pick up 2 layers. You're picking up 2 layers of fabric. Trying to thread the I-cord in was not easy. So I think threading some smooth ribbon in there would be good. Tie it off, and then somehow getting I have that blue, I don't know where I did with it, to make a bow, a big bow, to be detachable. So something you can put on and off, but that would like cover the ribbon if you wanted it to. I don't know. That's my thought process. So that is what I'm going to play around with. And maybe I'll play around. I have some time right now before everyone comes home. The weekend we have some plans with some family. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a busy weekend, but not like super busy. And it's kind of low-key fun stuff, so it's nothing major. We have robotics tomorrow. David has a band thing tonight, like a fun band party. So big band blast. So he gets to go have fun with his friends. And Emily's going to go see the high school play tonight with her friends. So Jim and I are going to play taxi, basically, because I'll be driving one, he'll be driving the other some places, and then we'll be picking them up, and that'll be our night. So kids living their best life. And yeah, then tomorrow we have robotics, and then Sundays we got family on Saturday, some family on Sunday. So like we're just going to be out and about. But yeah, in the in-between times, I'll be working on this and working on some other things. Lastly, I posted on Instagram, and I will follow up here. I was thinking of doing a live YouTube video of me trying this out. This is the Red Heart Flower Power All-in-One. So instead of doing it on my own and taking a video later, I thought about just doing a live stream and pulling it out and see how it works for me. Knowing my gauge is so wrong with so many projects, that including the other all-in-one yarn, I thought maybe it would just be fun to experiment with this live. And I've never done a live before, really, so I don't know, just something different, something to make the channel more exciting, fun. So if you're interested, please comment below. Let me know if you would watch a live of me playing around with this yarn. And then tell me what time. What time is a good time for a live? Is it, you know, Saturday evenings, Monday mornings? What is good for you? What is good? And I'll put up a poll probably on this channel and maybe on Instagram, because that's like, I'd like to find a time that is best for most of my normal viewers. So yeah, let me know. That's it. That's all I got. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next week, and I hope you get to craft all the things.